Good evening, students. Today we are going to talk about lecture 12, Introduction to AI. So, what do you know about this AI? So far, it is in great demand. So, what do you know about this one, AI? I'm talking to you only.
Artificial intelligence is like Internet of Things.
Internet of Things.
Mm-hmm.
Where we will apply this one?
What, Mister?
Where we will apply this one?
In the computers, in the telephones, in the smart device.
So the result is what?
How to put the device, a smart device.
Okay. So this is a branch of science, artificial intelligence. So we develop or we train the systems to prepare intelligent systems. So it will imitate like human beings. It will do the work as the humans do, like a robot who has the robot which is launched in Saudi Arabia, the first one, human robot, Sophia, isn't it? That one. So in this lecture 12, we are going to cover this, what is this intelligence, artificial and natural, and which language, what is the gaming concept here, search algorithms, learning algorithms, and the artificial intelligence applications. So these are the objectives that we cover in this artificial intelligence lecture. So you know that we are all intelligent, we can think, and we can compete with each other. But what about with the computers, or what about with the machines? See, people should judge your intelligence. If you have knowledge, plan well, think abstractly, you can solve the problems. We are all solving mathematics problems, real world problems in the business, in your home, in your working place, everywhere. So you understand these ideas, then try to change them, modify them, and reuse them. And you know this current situation, the pandemic, so how we are adapting to this situation. So using these concepts of intelligence, we are taking these steps. Okay, learning from the experience. Okay, that is a quite common thing, natural thing. Now, can we build any intelligent system? Examples of any intelligent systems, can you give any examples? Any examples of intelligent systems in your daily life? Any intelligent systems we are using? Hmm? Any intelligent systems we are using in our daily life? Examples of intelligent systems. Can you give the examples of intelligent systems?
Mr. Maybe Siri.
Yeah, that is one example. Siri, Cortana, okay, Alexa in Google. Many things are there. So to make the things imitate like a human being in the absence of humans. So artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science dealing with systems that will imitate, means copy the human behavior. So they do as we are doing. So to make those kind of things using this AI, we can achieve that objective. So how to make sure whether the computer is behaving intelligently or not? So for example, there is a test called as Turing test. So it is like an imitation setup to check if a computer can behave intelligently or not. Uh, for example, nowadays, chatbot. Whenever you open any of the websites, one chat window will open. There they will say, how can I help you? When you go to Oman Air, when you go to Emirates.com, any of the websites, one window will appear in the chat window. So it will ask like, how may I help you? So when you ask some questions, it will give you the answers. So that means there is a system which is working in the absence of the human. So your website, your business has to work 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So the humans cannot be present for the continuously. So what you are doing is you are training some system, then you are allowing it to interact with the customers in these websites like gold and diamonds business, or in any banking business, or in education business, or in the Oman Air, as I told. So that one. So see here, Turing test, for example, like when we ask some questions, we can judge whether the system is giving correct answers or not. Okay. So the aim is to discover if A or B is the computer. So who is behaving intelligently? So that is known as your this Turing test. So example is given here in this next slide. Uh, See like this. Hello, my name is Chatbot. What is your name? It is asking me. Are you? You say that my name is something like this, Lauren. Nice to meet you, Lauren. Can you pass this Turing test you are asking to that computer? You be the judge of that, Lauren. Tell me about yourself, we are asking to the computer. So it is telling that I am artificial intelligence entity. It was activated at Bethlehem. If it is smart, it has to tell its information. I am so and so, something like this. But it is saying that I am designed artificial intelligence system. So my name is this one, like this. It is telling. It's giving the far. It is not behaving intelligently. So in this way, we can test the computers. We can test the systems whether they are behaving properly or not. Here, chat box. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, see here. Can you see this one, this window? If I type my name here and my email ID, okay. example, I forgot my number. So here, the how human used to answer on the phone or when you go in person and talk to the human, it is giving you something like this. Today, what is the gold rate? Here also, the net is very slow in my computer. See here, get in touch. See, the answer has come. She is telling, I am Nadia. Welcome to Malabar Gold and Diamonds. How may I assist you? So, this is like a human being, they are chatting. The net is slow, that's why the answer is coming very slow. See, start live chat. So when I give this information, someone will come and they will ask what exactly is required. See, some person, this one is connected to me. So they are chatting to me. How can I help you? In some cases, it is live. In some cases, it will be like a computer. They will train the computer and that computer will talk to us. So that is to know whether the system is behaving perfectly intelligent or not. We will conduct this Turing test. So how to pass the test is you have to train with the help of this AI. So you have to make the system intelligent. So this is the human who will ask the questions to this guy and this guy. So who will give correct answers, intelligent answers. So this person will come to know. So how we can make the intelligent system is by using this NLP, natural language processing. So by understanding this one, we can use this natural language processing tool and we can prepare a system to be intelligent, to behave intelligently. So in this NLP, we will use this AI concepts like knowledge representation. You take the data and from that data, you will come to know the decision. Like you are all studying online. I will collect the survey from all the students based on the synchronous classes or asynchronous classes. Which one will be better? So based on the data, I will represent the knowledge, maybe in the form of a graph, like a bar chart, or maybe in the form of a scatter graph, or any kind of representation of the knowledge, I can put it to my higher authorities so that they can take the decision whether to conduct synchronous classes or to conduct the asynchronous classes. Okay, another is like rules we are going to define while preparing this intelligent systems. And machine learning also we can apply in order to improve the performance of your system. Okay, so this is just an introduction here. See, like this one. In what I think the answer came now. See, they are telling today this is the rate 22 Real 95 Omani Paisa. Am I talking to a robot? Let us see what answer they will give. Okay, so in order to conduct this Turing test, you need image processing, you need the voice, you need this one, robotics. These concepts are implemented in order to conduct such type of test, this one, Turing test. Okay, to make your system intelligent, so we have to conduct this Turing test by implementing vision, speech, robotics into that AI system. We can make the system more intelligent. So what is the natural language processing? Natural language processing is a tool, it's a language where you can apply some syntax and some grammar, then take the decision. Okay, understanding and generating the human language. So we are going to train you. Like in the olden days, uh, this one, I don't know what is this called. This one. This one. How it is talking? Can you explain how? Can you see this one? This is behaving intelligently. The person is asking to make the sound of a cat. That parrot is making the sound of a cat. The person is asking to make the sound of a dog. It is making the sound. How it is doing that one? How it is doing that one? How this parrot is trying to behave intelligently? Can you answer? How this parrot is trying to behave intelligently? How this parrot is behaving intelligently? Because you are training. So the master of this parrot will train. What is this word? How the dog makes a sound, how the cat makes a sound. So that training is given to this parrot. So it is being trained under the supervision. Supervised learning, unsupervised learning. These are all the concepts you will study in the next lectures. So similarly, for our computer, for our machine, we have to train with some data. So when you apply that data using this natural language processing, so that is like a training to that computer. So using that, we can take the intelligent decisions. Intelligent decisions. Like for example, like your refrigerator. So your refrigerator, if it goes beyond certain limit, like see the cooling temperature, or you take the AC. So when the room is cool, what will happen? It will have a sensor. Automatically, the AC functioning will be cut off. It will go into silent mode. Again, when the room temperature is becoming hot, maybe like if it is more than 30 or something, 30 degrees centigrade, then again the AC will start functioning automatically. So that means we have programmed the AC in such a way that it will understand, it will behave intelligently when it has to work and when it has to stop. So similarly for this solution, this one like this parrot, they have trained when it has to work intelligently, when it has to work and give the correct answers. So similarly here for the chatbots, they will train, and if you ask any wrong question, maybe it will not able to answer you correctly. So in that case, the robot will fail, whereas humans will not fail. They are intelligent. Okay. So natural language processing under that, this one of our group students, they have designed the chatbot, same like this. This one, same like this, for our Oman tourism. So when you ask something like, for example, any information about the castle, or you say that Ras Al Khaimah is how many kilometers, if you ask here. If you ask here like, then it will give you the answer. Because you will train that system will take the data and it will give you the decision. That is what intelligent behavior. So these kind of things we can apply using this natural language processing concepts. And we can make the system behave intelligently. So this is the way NLP is applied. It is called NLP, natural language processing. Okay. Now, you would have seen these type of video games, tic-tac-toe. You are playing, the computer is also playing. So who is behaving more intelligently? Same in the video games also. So the concept of AI is implemented there also. Like see here, for the attacking the enemies. So you are searching here. So searching in, you are moving in right direction, left direction, something like that. So when you move, when you find the enemy, you will attack. When the enemy is died, there is no enemy. Otherwise, you will again move, attack, something like that. So this is all the areas where we can apply our artificial intelligence techniques, like this game tic-tac-toe, or like this one video games of like PUBG, whatever you have. Yeah, these are one application area. Another is this one. It will sense it will think and it will act. See here, there is no human. Robots are playing. So robots, when the object is coming nearer, it will think, like it will sense. When the another robot is coming, it will not kick. When the ball is coming, then only it will kick. See here how the system is behaving. I am asking to this system, Rasalhad is how many kilometers away from Sur? They are saying that we are online store for Malabar Gold based in Mumbai, India. We have limited information available to us. Hence, I can recommend it to visit or to the nearest Malabar Gold. So here, by this way, we can test the intelligence of the system. So it is, if you ask out of topic, it will not respond. Maybe it will fail. So when you ask related to the gold, related to the platinum, etc., silver price, it will give you. But when I ask, like, tell me where is Rasalhad, the system doesn't know. So here it is taking the decision that you better go and ask to the one of our stores, it is telling. Isn't it? So this is the way how the Turing tests will be conducted. So similarly here in the robots are playing the game, they follow this strategy. They will sense whether in front of that robot there is a ball, then they will act that, they will kick that. If there is a no ball or if another robot is coming, they will not kick. So this is one more example. So what are the other examples where we can apply this artificial intelligence? Is this one, searching techniques. You have studied data structures too. What are the different algorithms you have learned there? You have learned many algorithms there. I will go to the next slide and come to this one. See, breadth first search, depth first search, DFS, uniform cost search, depth limited search, iterative deepening search. These are all the data structure algorithms you have learned. So those are coming into this AI now. So using these algorithms, we can make our systems intelligent, we can take the decisions, we can solve the problems, etc. So one of this kind of search technique here in problem solving is known as this one, state space graph. So you will draw the graph and try to test all the possible paths to reach from the starting source to the destination. So you are tracking the current state, so where you are and where you have to reach. Okay, so this is the example. I will give you one example for this one, state space graph. So the solution for this problem is reaching the goal. So I am in one position. I want to reach, like I want to reach Muscat. So what are the best possible ways? How much will be the cost if I follow a particular path? So from that different paths, we have to choose which is the least cost solution. So minimum how much money I can spend so that I can reach from Sur to Muscat. So my source is Sur, my destination is Muscat. So my problem is to reach Muscat in less amount of time or in less amount of cost, money. So I will try to find, like, if I go from here to Al Kamil, then Al Kamil to Ibra, then something like that. What is that? Bit something, Smile, then Muscat I will reach. Another thing is, like, if you go from here, Korea, Tamirat, Muscat, like that. So there may be some other ways, I don't know. So which one is the least cost solution? So that kind of technique is, searching technique is called state space graph. So I will explain that one example. So similarly, you have studied this one also. These are the types of search known as uninformed search. and inform search. You studied, no, this one in data structure too. These algorithms, you remember?
Yes, Mr. Yes, Mr.
So that same algorithms are applicable here in this your AI concept also. Okay, uniform cost search, etc. Okay, so let me finish this one, then I will give you that problem. Yeah, this is the problem example. So this is the starting point, and this is your destination goal. So you have to travel from here to here. So how you will travel? S A B D G or S A C G or S G. Which way you go? So this is an example of your state space graph. So I will give you this one. Hmm, where is that? Imagine where is that one? Yeah, here. Imagine you have this is the state here. State, and here heuristic value. Uh, and here where is the text? Heuristic function Hn. Okay. So here you have the data like okay, like A. The cost of I think it is better to put it in a Word file instead of doing this one here. Okay, imagine insert table data. So here is the state, and here is the function heuristic cost. So here you have A, B, C. Okay, you have D, you have G. You have G. Okay, suppose you have like this, then you have the cost for this one is 5. Then 3, then 4, then 2, then 6, sorry, A, B, C, D. So 5, 3, 4, 2, 6. Sorry, one more thing I forgot here. This is A. This is S. S, A, B, C, D, then G. Okay. This values will go here. Then this one is 0. So imagine this is the graph what you have in the slide. So now we have to find each path. What is the cost of this each path? Like you start from S, reach the goal. So what will be the cost? So from S to G, what is its cost? So now here there is a formula here. 1 second. So here the formula to find is there is a function called f of n is equal to g of n n plus the heuristic cost. So we have to find the paths. Then for the first node, like S to A. Where is that one? S to A. So to calculate this one, this formula is applied. Fn is equal to the graph node plus the cost. So to reach from S to A, what is the cost here given from S to A? It is 1. So here 1 plus what is the cost here in the table? Heuristic cost. This is called heuristic cost. Heuristic cost. Okay. Empirical value or investigative value or experimental value. So 1 plus heuristic cost for to reach this one is 3. So it will be equal to 4. Okay, as of now, it is the cost 4. Now again, the next path is S to G, for example. So when you want to reach from S to G, again substitute the values. So see the graph here. See this graph here. This one graph here. Okay. So from S to G, S to G. some value here. I think I have another problem. 1, 2. The graph is same, but the values are different. So here it's different. It's different. It's different. It's different here. It's different here. They will ask such type of question. I think last year or last year they asked this one. So now the value here is 2. Okay. Then the cost from B to D is 5. Then the cost from C to D is 3. Then the cost from A to C is 1 here. Then the cost from C to G is 4. The cost from D to G is okay. This is your goal. This is your goal means destination. So this is your source, starting point. From there you have to reach here. So now for this one S to G, it is 10. 10. Okay. And this is our tool. So from S to G, when you calculate what is the graph cost here, it is 10 plus heuristic cost from this table to reach from S to G. How much? What is the heuristic cost here? 0. So 10 plus 0 is equal to 10. So when you compare this part, this value with this value, this is still least value, least cost. So we cannot take any decision now. Again, you have to check for the other paths. Then we can compare and we can take the decision. So now I will calculate S to A, then S to A, then B. So what will be the GM from S to A? 1 plus 2. See, when you reach from here to here, so 1 plus 2, that is 3. Plus heuristic cost is what to reach B? It is 4. So this will be 7. Okay, the other path now, SAC. S, then A, then C. So what is the graph cost here? To reach from S to C, 1 plus 1. How much? 2 plus heuristic cost to reach C from the table is 2. Is 4. Okay. So likewise, I will keep this one on hold. This one I will keep it on hold. This one also on hold. This one is okay. This cost is okay. But now again, we got this one is the best. Let us compare some more again. Okay. The another path what you have is S, then A, then C, then D. Okay. So what is the Fn value now? Fn is equal to how much? Where it is? SACD. So 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus, what is the heuristic cost to reach D from this table? 6. So 5 plus 6 is equal to 11. So this is a very expensive one. You keep this one on hold. Now another path left is S to A, A to C, then C to G. Now calculate the Fn value. You are with me? So S to A and C. So 1 plus 1 plus 4. How much? That's what is the cost of reaching from S to G? What is the cost from this table to reach G heuristic cost? Is 0. So now the value coming here is 6. So here when you compare among the best values, which one is the best one? So this will be the final best one to reach your destination, to reach your goal. So the path is S to A, then to C, then to G. So this cost is least optimal. So this path is giving me least cost optimal. This will be the solution for this problem of reaching from here to here. Imagine like this is Sur and this is Muscat. So to reach from here to here, which is the least possible solution? So this is your state space graph or A star search algorithm it is called. It is called A star search algorithm or state space search algorithm, state space graph algorithm. Where is it? This one is like A star search algorithm. You understand this one? The answer, how I got? Students,
Yes, mister.
Yes, Mr.
they have given this problem last semester, I think. 1 second. Students, you take this one, this data, you try to practice this one now. I will come in 5 minutes. So this is a table you have, and this is a graph you have. So I write the names here. Remove the link. Okay. So use this formula and okay, h of n, yeah, g of n. So try to practice this one. I will come just in a 5 minutes. Okay, I am just leaving this screen to you. You practiced it, students? So this is a sample problem, okay, for the one which I discussed this one. So this is the graph. So these are the cost for different algorithms. So breadth first search, depth first search, unified cost search, and all these one they will compare like this. So which one will be the best? We can take that one. See, whatever uninformed search I have discussed, so we can apply the same formula. We have the formula for each algorithm, so we can apply and we can find which is the best cost. Okay, so for that graph, this is the again some paths, and these are the solutions for this one. Using BFS, you will get this path. Using DFS, you will get this path. Using this, you will get this one. So this is also known as like a traveling salesman problem. So what is this one actually? See, learning, building on the current knowledge. So based on the current information, you are gaining the knowledge and improving the experience of the user or of the application, whatever it is. So how we can do this one is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement. So this one will be covered in the next lecture thoroughly. So this is like supervised means training and testing. Supervised means like there is a teacher and there are students. So teacher is training the students and he is testing. This is known as supervised method of learning. Another is unsupervised. That means there will be no supervisor. You have to learn by yourself. Another is reinforcement, means based on the feedback you can adjust the values or you can improve your experience. That one. So these are the approaches we follow in this artificial intelligence in order to prepare the intelligent systems. See, to summarize all these applications, see, representing the knowledge, reason based on rules, these are all the things that we can do with this AI. Identify the object in images. Suppose there is a map. In that map, we can identify some objects. You can recognize the people. Okay, you can translate the language. Like if I am speaking in Chinese, you can translate, you can write an algorithm using NLP or some other programming languages, then translate it into Oman Arabic language. So games, similarly in the medical field we can apply. So in many areas this is becoming very popular nowadays, artificial intelligence. So these are the areas where we can apply. Okay, so in this short lecture we have just this one. So if you have any queries, you can ask the questions. Students. Students.
Yes, Mr.
See, these are again the continuation of the previous lecture, this one.
No, don't have questions.
Solving the puzzle. See, I told you this also I covered now. A-star search algorithm, this one. This one. And this one is the important one in this one. Min-max problem, alpha beta pruning, explanation of cutoff, this one. Okay, so we will see this in some other classes. Okay, so I will end the session now.